everybody, One of Wiisdom here. This is the state of my channel. This is part 2 of a 3-part series. Part 1, the state of YouTube. Part 3, the state of streaming. No longer 2:53 in the morning. It is now 9:37 p.m. And I just ate some Reese's Pumpkins. But anyway, we ended up last time, and that brings us to part 2. How all of this, the state of YouTube, impacts me as just a simple dude that uploads gameplay, unboxes stuff on a pool table, right? Here as of late, many of the established pillars of YouTube, especially amongst gamers, have been facing hard times. They probably over-exaggerate it, but still, keep in mind the same losses they are enduring were taking their toll on smaller channels years ago, like 2014. That said, many are moving on to Twitch. This is in terms of gaming, and some, it's weird, some regulars, but others are going back to a more conventional job, scaling back uploads. Some others are just sticking to their guns, doing this, hoping it turns out good. I can't really fault people, and no one really should, for jumping ship when their livelihood is at hand. Many of the well-established channels not only made a career out of YouTube, but also banked some pretty impressive figures. These are the Lamborghini and Ferrari people of YouTube. I would honestly doubt that many, if any of these people could get a private sector job that would pay anywhere close to what they were making in the glory days of YouTube. Having fun and making a lot of money, that is really hard to beat. But for myself and many others, YouTube was just more of a hobby. And maybe if you worked hard and the cards fell right, you could join one of the ranks of the YouTube elite. Dude shows how to make furniture. He might blow up and get an HGTV deal. There's all kinds of paths here. I can honestly say if money was my biggest concern on YouTube, I would have been gone 2 to 3 years ago, probably before that, if I were to sit back and take a hard look at things. But anyway, moving on here, it is not. For me, this is more of a hobby. I've always enjoyed playing video games, and recording and upload the gameplay allows me to interact with similarly like-minded people. Makeup tutorials, car people, woodworking, grandpas, it's all the same bag. I'm a guy that works an 8 to 5 job. I typically leave around 7 tonight. It was 8 o'clock. Bottom line, though, I have a job that pays the bills. I do this stuff after hours on my own, somewhat limited free time. Back in 2011 to 2012, when I just started, things were great. My channel was growing, and I was actually making what I would consider decent money. That's probably way lower than most, but hey. This is basically how I justified purchasing 2 of every Skylander to have both pass, the Xbox One, etc. Things took a downward turn, and the money went from a nice bonus to pretty much just not there. Again, that's just the facts. Everyone will tell you the same thing. However, I built up what I considered to be a decent channel, had and still have what I consider to be somewhat of a niche audience, and again, I just kind of honestly enjoy doing this. I regret eating the Reese's Pumpkins now, but however, as of late, things have taken yet another turn for the worse. While the revenue is nowhere near what it was, my biggest gripe, and you don't hear this often, comes from the other side of the equation. Again, if I cared about money, I would have been gone years ago. Subscribers and views. When I take the time to upload a video, I do so not to chronicle my progression through a game, but because I want other people to watch it and hopefully enjoy it. That's the whole point of this. The end goal being that someone who happened upon one of my videos and liked it, poked around, checked out some other videos, and wound up not only subscribing, but becoming a regular viewer. That is currently misspelled. I'll see if I remember to switch it around. Here as of late, that has been virtually impossible to pull off, and it is getting really old. And no, I don't care that I used "and" to start both of those sentences. Don't have time to drink anything. Alright, so once upon a time, subscribers would come monthly in the hundreds. Put out more videos, play more games, and both an increase in views and subscribers was going to follow. I'm lucky now to net 15 per month. In a good month, mind you. The reason for complaint is the effort I put into this. I typically do 2 videos a day, and one would logically think that regular uploads with diverse content would easily result in a positive flow of both new views and subscribers. Not anymore. Where YouTube once provided rewards for your efforts, you're now more likely to be left wondering what you were doing wrong than thanking your new subscribers. This will all hit home here in just a few seconds, folks. Case in point, at the turn of the new year, I had 9,067 subscribers. That number is etched in my mind, and for good reason. I, even with the lower growth rates, honestly thought 10,000 was a very reasonable goal to hit before 2018. If you have followed my channel this year, you know that I have had a steady stream of videos, usually 2x a day. Skylanders, Minecraft, Forza, Stardew Valley, host of indie games, all kinds of stuff had filled the schedules. However, the views and subscribers are not coming like they once were, not even like they were last year, which by all standards was the worst year until this year. Root beer. I think it was middle January or so, and my 9,067, again etched in my head, dropped to a little over 9,000. I'm also pretty sure I remember at one point it was like 8,997. That is a bit disheartening. YouTube had done what I assume is just one more of their purges, is the only logical assumption I can make for that sudden loss. If you lose 3, 5, 8, 10, something like that, you're like, yeah, okay, but 60 to 70, that's kind of a big deal. It kind of shocked me, and kind of shocked and sad, I should say. I thought, yeah, no biggie. Still just need like 1,000, by the end of the year, and we'll be at 10K. That'll be cool. That'll be, something we can work towards, right? Oh, but the plot thickens. As of today, well, actually, it's now the 20th. I had 9,074 yesterday. I now have 9,073. It's probably dropped to 72. It took me up through the summer to break back even at 9,067, what I had in January. 2 weeks ago, I was thinking I was going to make this video, and I was like, wait, we're growing. Positivity. Wow, uncharted territory. Hit 9,082. I thought something had changed. The barrier broke. Something was working. Nope. Literally the next week, 15 subscribers disappear. I'm right back at 9,067. That to 9,072, those 5 numbers in between there, that's pretty much been the entire year. We're a little over halfway through September now, 9.5 months into 2017, and how many subscribers have I gained? 7, although it's currently 6, and possibly 5. That sucks. I would expect better growth than that if I just completely disappeared, if I was dead, if I quit, if I got relocated by the FBI, just based on people finding my backlog of videos, Mario Kart, Skylanders, Jet Rocket, things I'd already done. In the early summer, work was hit with a really, really bad hailstorm. That took away a ton of my free time, and that's why Mario Kart dissipated. That's why Mind Logic Season 2 kind of disappeared. But I was transparent, and I told everybody. The channel update and my commentary and the videos that I was uploading around that time, it made very clear what was going on. That uploads would be a little less frequent. I still pretty much managed 1 a day, sometimes 2. And of course, I told everyone I would get back to my usual as soon as possible. During that time, nothing really changed. Didn't have any growth, didn't have any significant loss. I just, as I'm doing now and as I was doing before the summer hailstorm, it's just kind of here. I actually do think that my views went up during that time, but again, that's likely because I just had 1 video a day, so there was less content. People didn't miss as many uploads, whatever the logic may be. It kind of played out in that manner, which is somewhat predicted. Since then, I've gotten back to 2 videos a day, interjected multiple new games, and I have achieved, drumroll please, basically just maintaining right around 9,070 subscribers. That's it. That's like the magic cap number. With virtually everything in life, and this is very, very true, the more you invest in it, the more of a return you will see on that investment of time. I'm invested in plenty of time here, and I'm just not seeing anything for it. If you're the weakest kid at school, but you start working out, you will see a result. You might not become Arnold Schwarzenegger, but you're going to see results. People around you will notice, and your effort will have essentially paid off. If you've never played tennis before, but you want to learn the sport, you start by taking lessons, you practice, eventually you're out there on the court playing around with people, you can compete, and who knows, you might even enter and win tournaments, all that going from scratch with no experience with the game. At work, if you work really hard, you put in extra hours, you pick up shifts, you take advantage of opportunities, you will most likely be rewarded with a promotion or raise. And if you're not, you should probably seriously consider quitting that job and going somewhere else. And my monitor went to sleep. I feel as if I have invested virtually all I can. I'm doing this stuff super late at night, and I'm not seeing any return on the time that I am investing, and that sucks. I don't have to have 1 million subscribers, but I think expecting more than 7 subscribers over the course of 9.5 months is not asking for much. That's not even 1 subscriber a month. And I'm trying over here. If I could just see growth, see some return on my investment, I would be content. I don't even have to have more ad revenue. I mean, that disappeared years ago. If I just knew that my videos were out there getting watched and being enjoyed, I'd have the same incentive to continue. As is, it seems like uploads and effort are just a slap in the face. I have some videos that get 9 to 15 views. I could literally get more views and growth on a brand new channel, and that blows my mind. I do not understand how uploading a fairly popular game, which by my standards it's the most popular game I've ever played, Forza Horizon 3, on a channel with 9,000 subscribers can get 9 views. It makes no sense. I could literally take the exact same videos I've been cranking out in Forza, put them on a new channel. Not only would I get 9 views relatively quickly, but in addition to that, people would start subscribing to me, and that channel would grow and have more views than I get here on an established channel. The way things are now, I almost feel as if I'm being punished for uploading diverse gameplay. It's almost like YouTube has typecast me, and it's like, you do Skylanders, you unbox things, don't you dare do anything different. A lot of times people accuse me of subbotting. Aside from me not knowing how that works and not even thinking it works, I genuinely believe, and I've said this many times, my audience just aged out. People probably subscribed to me when they were younger, and they don't even touch Skylanders anymore. What that still doesn't explain, though, is the lack of growth. So many times the last 2 to 3 years, I've had people tell me that they literally, quote-unquote, just found my channel, can't believe how buried I am on search engines, and that my style of videos is exactly what they want. Stardew Valley, I get new viewers who tell me, and this is pretty frequently, that in their opinion, it is the best playthrough of Stardew Valley, and they can't figure out why I have 35 views and everyone else has thousands. I realize my style of play is not for everyone. I'm detailed, I'm thorough, I'm comprehensive. Some people like highlights and compilations better, it's cool. But when you hear such earnest comments, you have to step back and wonder about it. I never took a third-party partnership. I'm old school and I've been around YouTube a long time. Once upon a time, partnerships were rare. I pretty much got screwed by the third-party partnerships cross-promoting over me. They would interrupt my playlist with their promoted partner videos. That's BS. I fault YouTube for that. But we're talking about back in the day, you needed 50,000 subscribers, tons of views. Now everyone gets them. I also remember people taking them, wanting out, getting out, and then the network they were with deleting their videos. You can find this crud on the internet, I'm sure, if you take time to look for it. And if you ever look at the guidelines, YouTube basically says, like, be very, very careful. We're not responsible. That is not reassuring. Speaking of what YouTube says, they make these nifty little videos that tell you how to be a better YouTuber, and their content creator videos include tips like, don't use clickbait, don't use clickbait thumbnails, use titles that relate to your actual videos. If there was an award for the most frequent use of non-clickbait titles, I think I would be in the running. Same thing goes for thumbnails. My titles and thumbnails are 100% relevant to the video at hand. Couple that with me being kid and family friendly, see also advertiser friendly by today's standards, and you would think that I would be one of the poster childs for how YouTube wants creators to handle their channels. Do you know what all those years of playing by the rules has gotten me? Nothing. I just have to sit back and watch people continuously click on clickbait and then complain about clickbait, and I'm left in the dust. Those people get their views, they get their ad revenue, and here I sit. Similarly, I've got situations where I'm having views stripped. A case in point, Wiisdom Plays Minecraft 51. Released at 10 a.m. I went to tweet it during lunch. The thing had 51 views, and I was like, whoa, this is amazing. You know, I hit the breakthrough. Someone found it. It's being shared somewhere. I told my nephew about it. 2 days later, I went from 60 some odd views to 8. Mine is 52. Now it has 13, which is the lowest in that series. No explanation. I'm also tired of mobile views. I can be on my computer and a new video might have 26 views. Switch to your phone or tablet and the same video shows to have 2 to 3. Which is it? What's the issue? Why not fix it? This has been prevalent for an eternity now. This does not help generate interest with potentially new viewers who will see anemic rates and assume the video/channel is not worth watching, and understandably so. I mean, you see 2 views and you're like, oh, that must suck. Similarly, the site changed. Not all of this can be blamed on the external pressures I highlighted in part 1. Inside the organization, things changed. Formulas for success on the platform, which used to be effort and consistency, changed, and with no explanation. Nowadays, if I'm getting 16 to 30 views, that's about par. Less than that's not good. Better than that's great. This is from me doing 2 videos a day basically since 2011. People ask me why the views are low. I want to know that too. A few years ago, I could take like the screwiest, most shovelware Wii game, throw it out there, and it would have hundreds of views. Anything somewhat popular, and it would pull in hundreds of views in the first few days. Now, marquee games like Forza Horizon 3 net 15 on good days. It is mind-boggling. The craziest thing is, and you can search this, I'm outperforming my low view counts of 35. That's obliterating some channels with 100,000 subscribers. 30 views I might net on Stardew Valley or Minecraft. I see 100,000 subscribed channels that get like 15 to 20 views. That makes no sense, although I'm stoked, and I'd like to brag about it, which I think for me it comes down to not taking a partnership and having the niche audience. But how bad would it suck if I was one of those 100,000 channels and a good video got 100 views, or I'm at 20K and I'm getting outperformed by a dude with 9,000? I have noticed newer channels are still seemingly able to grow, particularly when they only do one game. However, established channels stuck somewhere between 5K and under 250 are the ones hit really hard. The top tier channels with 1 million plus are only able to net 70 to 100,000 views on some videos, which is an anemic rate similar to my own. And again, the ratios play out very similar. The difference is those people still generate revenue and can still go about their business. Why? What changed? Why did it change? These are things myself, other YouTubers, and you, the viewers, have been asking for 3 to 4 years now. Those in partnerships, I don't think really felt this until about 2 years ago. I'm true to myself and play games I genuinely enjoy. I put in the time to edit, upload, and where that once coupled with diverse content generated growth, it now struggles to break even. That is the problem. I'm at a point where I have to wonder why I'm investing this much time into YouTube when I'm not seeing anything in return. 9.5 months, 2 videos a day, 6 subscribers. It was 7 last night. It's 6 now. The last 12 to 18 months, my mindset has been, hey man, keep grinding out. It'll pay off in the end. And then as people were quitting YouTube or switching to Twitch, it sort of progressed into, hey, these other people are ditching the site. Stick with it and you'll be their replacement. All that time later, despite me plugging along and hoping for the best, things have not turned out how I'd hoped. And in fact, they've gotten progressively worse. It's like YouTube is downhill and they just can't get the brakes on or turn it around. My nearly 12 million views is a number often associated with channels sporting 100,000 plus subscribers. Steady presence over 6 years, if usually assigned to some of the better known gaming personalities. And yet here I am, ambitiously, very ambitiously mind you, questing to hit 10,000 before the end of the year. And instead of the 1,000 I was hoping to get, I've got +6 now. Not even the 7. Slap in the face, I know. I don't know many people that would continue on under the same circumstances. It's hard to explain, but after doing this for 6 years, it's just kind of something I do. It's second nature. It's very, very weird, but it's how things work. You might get home from work, have to do chores. You might have to feed the dog. If you're a parent, you might have to get kids ready for soccer practice. I get home from work and I'm like, okay, what am I eating? And then it's like, What should I record for Thursday? It's how my mind functions now. It would be extremely hard for me to just quit YouTube. I feel personally I've invested too much time to just abandon it, i.e. 6 years. I still keep holding out hope at some point things get back to how they were, or someone will just discover me and things will snowball. However, at this point, and with this monitor don't go to sleep now, I have to step back and look at the financial side of things. So luckily this was a short slide when the monitor went to sleep for the second time. Currently, my monthly earnings, which you can't disclose in full detail, would get me and one of you lucky viewers each a $5 box from Taco Bell. Maybe we'd win an Xbox. If our food sucked, which it possibly could, we might have enough money left for some nuggets. That's it. That is literally all I can do with my ad revenue. I couldn't pay my internet bill, purchase a new game aside from Steam stuff, thank you Steam, and I would barely be able to cover tax on a Skylander figure, the lower tier ones, mind you. And I hear it, and I agree with you. Oh, quit complaining, it's better than nothing. I totally agree with that. It's still cool to turn a little cash, even if it is a couple of meals at Taco Bell a month, for doing something you like. But think about it. If I do 2 videos a day for a month, that's 60 videos a month, right? My videos are typically 20 to 30 minutes, oftentimes longer, so we have roughly 1 hour of content each day, just to keep the math simple. That 1 hour of content amounts to roughly 30 hours of videos uploaded each month by yours truly. Now factor in that I have to edit the videos, 20 minutes will ballpark for each one, and you've got that on top of it. Then consider I have to upload the videos and my internet sucks. That eats up data, which is capped, and requires the computers being on, which consumes power, which increases your electrical bill, and I usually have to upload overnight because my internet's so cruddy, and it's the best I can get here, mind you. At the end of the month, when you don't even pull enough in to cover your likely power usage just for uploads, not the gaming, but for uploads, it is very disheartening, extremely. Where it really hits home is when you think about the time. Let's just go with the video's face value, which again we will call 30 minutes each, moving the mouse so the monitor won't die a death in 10 minutes. 1 day, 2 videos, 60 minutes. 1 month, 60 videos, 30 hours. 30 hours of YouTube videos, the money that I make from that is roughly equivalent to 2 hours at McDonald's or pretty much any other minimum wage job. I could literally take the first minimum wage job offered to me and make more in 2 hours than I do in a full month with YouTube. That's pretty crazy. If I invested the same 30 hours into the part-time job, I could obliterate my yearly earnings. It wasn't always like this, but it is now, and it sucks. You play by the rules, grind away, stick to what you enjoy, basically not be a sellout, and you have virtually no progress you can be proud of anymore. A lot of people go to Patreon and basically want you to just give them money for them to keep doing what they've been doing. Or some of them have some, what I consider usually to be a stupid goal. That is not my style at all. The reason so many YouTubers left for Twitch wasn't because the platform's better. It's not. It sucks. It's because they could make more money off donations in one short stream, 2 to 3 hours, than they could in a month of videos on YouTube. Do the math, and it just makes more sense. It's the more lucrative option, like we talked about advertising earlier in part 1. I don't really feel right about taking donations from people. Never have, never will. It's cool, it's appreciated, it's flattering, but again, it is not my style. The reason so many bash YouTube is that they sign on with Twitch, and then of course people don't know this, higher-end partners are contractually obligated to only stream on Twitch. If they make more money there, they're not coming back. Most aren't going to reflect on the good times, but only push them a negative, just as the media wants them to do. The most competent Twitch streamers are going to export their streams to YouTube so they can have both platforms working for them. YouTube is still trying to catch up to Twitch in terms of the donation differential. This was great timing yesterday, because in fact, just today, now yesterday, YouTube introduced sponsorships to streaming on the platform. It's kind of like a subscription. It's basically, and they had Super Chat. They're trying to replicate Twitch's system. I have another video planned for my thoughts on streaming, but ultimately, I just want to upload games I like and have the videos resonate with the audience. I'm a simple man, and I'm still here doing this, not because of money, but because it's fun. The ideal format for me is to upload videos, have them bring in new views, new viewers become loyal subscribers, and then all the financial stuff is handled through ad revenue. I play games, you watch, you enjoy, you keep your money. I don't talk about it a lot, but I'm a pretty simple guy with a lot of hobbies and interests. And I've got time to drink something. All right, worked out well. The time I invest in YouTube could easily be redirected towards working on cars, golfing, working out, tinkering in the shop, pretty much anything. Recent family vacation, we did Top Golf for the first time ever. It kind of got me thinking, man, why did I quit golfing? And it's like, oh yeah, I got my license. But anyway, it does not take much to make me happy, and I've been spending the bulk of my free time trying to make YouTube work like it did in the past. I'm beginning more and more to think that these shortcomings are more a fault of the platform than my effort. I'm considering scaling back and enjoying some of my other hobbies while waiting to see if the YouTube team can ever get things back to how they were, or at least more functional. Part of this story ties in with part 3, the state of streaming, which I will explain in the next one. Streaming, as mentioned, presents a way for me to game, share it, eliminates editing and additional uploading on my end. Again, I will have a standalone video on this in a few days. It'll be part 3. It'll be the wrap-up, if you will, and you'll probably enjoy it if you like this. I genuinely love what I am doing, but when I feel like I'm in a battle with an unknown algorithm and would be more successful with a new channel than an established one, it really makes you question things. In this case, what the heck is YouTube doing? YouTube was great. It is still good, and I genuinely think and hope it can return to its former glory. That's why I continue to plug away here. I am still cautiously optimistic, cautiously inserted importantly. For the time being, I just want to spend more time messing with cars, which I've neglected, get back to hitting golf ball, work out a little more, and not feel like my effort is for nothing, right? The 16 of you that watch everything, thank you. I sincerely appreciate it. I am not quitting YouTube. In fact, and I sincerely mean this, I have more videos lined up now than I have in forever. It's going to be 2 videos a day. I could possibly even do more. There's a lot of really cool games I'm playing and enjoying, many of which you don't know about because I haven't released them. But I'm at a point where I need to step back and reevaluate how I spend my limited free time. Streaming is certainly a possibility that could actually result in more gameplay, but again, that's another video for another day. Oh, that is a new slide. Sorry for rambling, sorry for the length. What would you expect from me? I wanted a thorough video that provides you with my thoughts on the entire situation and offers up my unique and personal side of the story. Once again, I am not quitting YouTube. I'm probably going to upload this thing until one of us is completely dead. But things are at a point where something just needs to change, even if just for a little bit. So I ask that you stay tuned, and again, my intent is not for this to come off as some sob story, not for this to come off as, oh, start a Patreon and we'll support you. I don't want that. I just want to upload videos and continue to plug away and actually see a return on that investment of time, to see people are coming to the channel, subscribing to the channel, and that I'm able through persistence to overcome the doldrums here where so many people are ditching the site, quitting YouTube, moving to streaming completely on a different platform. I want to be that oddball that stuck with it and overcame the ridiculous odds. But the problem is, I'm up against external forces I don't understand. I don't know why my videos are buried. I don't know why I get fewer views on the same content than I would if I started a new channel. And if you know me, you probably think, hey, did you really try that and you have confirmation of it? And the answer is, oh, yes, I did. Okay. And it's really sad. I thought maybe I'm crazy and overestimating things. Nope. I was right in my assumption. It makes no sense. Like I said, the few of you that have been here this whole time and continue to watch the videos, I can't thank you enough. I want to find more people like you. I know there are people like you still out there that are still on YouTube that have not found my channel that would appreciate what I do. My style is not for everyone, but I know there's more people than 9,067 that enjoy this style. I'm a little old school, a little old fashioned, and that resonates very well with like-minded people. They just can't find my channel. Part 3, we're going to cover the state of streaming. I've got some very interesting thoughts on that, and like I said, I can't stress enough, I'm not going anywhere. Currently, at this point in time, I have more videos stacked up probably than I have the entire year. I can't stress that enough. And like I said, even though I make nothing on it, I enjoy this, and it's honestly just like part of what I do now. It's very weird, but I assure you, if you were to start today making and uploading videos and in 6 years get to a similar point, you'd be like, I don't know if I can stop doing this, even though there's nothing coming from it. It's just strange, but I'm going to quit rambling. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, it is not a sob story. It's not, oh, rally around and send him money. I'm not giving anyone an address. I'm not giving anyone a PayPal. I just needed to state the things that are on my mind and have it all documented here so I can refer people to it. If you missed part 1, I strongly encourage you to watch it. It's specifically on YouTube, how it's progressed over the years, how it's changed, why it's in the position it is now. And then this part is kind of more, it ties in with that, but it also ties in with the part that, what the heck did you idiots do to your website? You're ruining it. So that said, I know a lot of you enjoy the long rants. Hopefully you're satisfied, and hopefully I will catch you back here for part 3. Thanks for watching. Adios.